Did your Google business profile just vanish in the middle of nowhere or get suspended? Let's fix it right now. For many small businesses, Google business profiles are the lifeblood of their business. It's free and easy to get set up. And when done correctly and used properly, it can be the thing for your business that generates a majority of the leads for your company. While that's great when it's verified and working, so many business owners are struggling right now because Google is cracking down on illegitimate business profiles and in the process suspending profiles of companies that are actually legit. When a Google business profile is suspended for your business, it can literally make your company's sales plummet. I've seen it even take toll on companies and actually take them out of business. I was talking with somebody earlier this week in a mastermind that I'm a part of, in his garage door company, which is a very tough industry to have a Google business profile for, and they get suspended all of the time. It's literally taking him out of business. Now, if you're a small business owner with a suspended Google business profile, you are likely experiencing a lot of stress and worry, especially because you may have no clue why it was suspended in the first place. So in today's video, I'm going to cover the common reasons for suspension, steps you need to take in order to reinstate your profile, and then add in some preventative measures to avoid future suspensions. And make sure to watch to the end because I'm going to share a bonus tip on how to get more out of your Google business profile, as well as some things to consider about your Google business profile suspension. So there's many common reasons for a Google business profile suspension. The first could be misleading information. So you might have an incorrect business name or category. You might be trying to work the system by adding in specific keywords or things that are actually not a part of your name. That's a big no-no. You could have an inaccurate address or phone number that likely happens when you get a new phone number or you move locations and you don't update it on your Google business profile. Google has their own sets of guidelines that are typically usually violated by many people trying to work around the system, whether that's prohibited content or services being talked about on the Google business profile or the usage of PO boxes or virtual offices. Don't do those two things. And then we see multiple profiles at the same address or location. So sometimes we will see this where a business is trying to make multiple profiles thinking that they're going to get more calls. Don't do that. Unverified listings, failing to verify the business location. So this could happen in the very beginning of you getting a Google business profile, or if you switch locations in the future and you don't go back and re-verify it, but Google picks up on it, that could also suspend it. And then last but not usually as common, people can leave negative feedback or request edits on your Google business profile, leading to a review by Google. Those are typically upset customers or past employees, so just some things to consider. If your profile is being suspended right now or is currently suspended, I would ask you, do you know the reason behind it? What specifically led to it? Let's dive into how to reinstate your profile. Once we've truly understood that this is suspended, we don't know where it's at, we don't know why it's happening, we'll dive into some of the specifics here. So the first thing I want you to consider is to identify the issue. And you can go into your Google business profile and check, and usually they're going to tell you at least generalized why the profile was suspended. So you can go in there and check suspension notifications or notices and identify specific violations that occurred. From there, you just want to go and correct the errors, update the business information to align with Google's guidelines. Otherwise, you're likely not going to get reinstated. And then there's going to be some steps in the description that you can go through once you sign into your Google business profile to take to reinstate and start that request process. Now, for a successful reinstatement, you are likely going to have to provide proof of business at an address and the operations being there too. So you might have to provide some additional information that you didn't have to supply to them in the process of getting this verified or launched the first time. As you're in the follow-up process, you can expect this to take anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks. We've even seen it go on for months in very bizarre circumstances. So expect the unexpected when you're waiting on Google to get back to you on all of this stuff. If you're getting value from this video, be sure to hit the like button on the video, leave a comment, feedback if it helped you in any way. Get through and navigate this suspension process with your Google business profile. And lastly, be sure to subscribe to our channel so that way you can get notified each and every single time we launch a new video. Let's talk about preventative measures to avoid future suspensions. First one, regularly update information. information. Ensure that all of your business details are always current and accurate. So if you update your phone number, if you have new services, if you've changed offices and locations, Google should be one of the first people that know about it. Make sure to always adhere to Google's policies and avoid practices that violates Google's terms of services. You used to be able to get away with so much on Google business profiles, and marketing agencies were notorious for teaching people black hat Google business profile strategies. Gone are those days. You need to play by the rules in order to make sure your profile doesn't get suspended. Any short-term benefit that you would get by beating around the bush or doing a workaround in order to get a little bit of incremental ranking or benefit of calls, likely long-term it's going to have a slap on the wrist that's not worth the squeeze. Then you also want to make sure that you monitor user feedback. So whether that's in reviews or people making edits and suggestions, address those complaints and feedback in a promptly and timely manner. Always use a physical address when possible. We're seeing a lot of service area or remote businesses really be the culprits around why the Google business profile is being suspended. So make sure you verify that listing with a genuine business location and not a PO box or virtual address. Maintain a single profile. I know it can sound awesome, and you might be thinking it's going to create more phone calls by having all of these duplicate listings all around town or multiple listings at one location. It's not worth it unless there's legitimate businesses with legitimate offices. Now, in conclusion, having your Google business profile suspended is likely going to happen if you're in business for the long haul. Very few companies that I've talked to, we've experienced it with our companies that are legitimate, that have hundreds and hundreds of reviews. It's going to happen. It's not the end of the world as long as you take action and get reinstated. Follow some of the steps we talked about here today. Be proactive and making sure that this doesn't hurt you more than it likely already has. And then you can go and watch some of our previous videos on Google business profile optimization. So once it's reinstated, or if you're watching this video and you're not currently dealing with a suspended business profile, but you're just educating yourself, we've created plenty of content recently helping you understand that you can get more out of your Google business profile by following some of the tips, tricks, and strategies we've already talked about. If you're watching this and you're a home service or local business and you're looking to grow your business with personal branding and digital marketing, and you need some help, you need some guidance, the first step is to click the link in the description and join our free Facebook group community, or you can go over to Facebook and just type in Builders of Authority. We have daily content, live weekly trainings, and much more. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get notified each and every single time we launch a new video. If this video resonated with you, if you got anything from it, like it, leave some feedback. And lastly, remember, authority isn't built overnight, it's built over time.